Her Cowgirl Strength is here today with Corina Young, and she is a farrier. Corina, how long have you been a farrier?
I made 14 years in February.
Wow. And this is your mare?
Yes, this is my mare that I breakaway rope on. Her name is Cleo.
Her name is Cleo. Okay.
This is my baby.
All right. And so today, what are you going to be doing with her?
I'm just going to reset her shoes. It's time. She's gotten long. She has splits in the front, so I really have to keep shoes on her or they'll separate.
Okay, splits in the hoof?
Yep. She's got a really bad crack on this front.
Okay.
And if I don't keep shoes on, then it'll keep open, it'll separate, and that creates more problems than I need. Yeah. Okay.
All right.
A lot of issues. So I haven't been shoeing her backs. I've just been trimming her back. So I'm gonna reset her fronts and shoes, and I'm gonna trim her back feet.
Okay. All right. And as you're working there, I'm gonna ask you a little bit, like, how did you get into this? What made you want to be a farrier?
Well, I always said I'd rather do something I like than something I don't.
Okay.
I was always told that if it's something you love, you're not really working.
Right.
And my parent got me hooked on horses when I was younger.
Your who?
My parent. If a lot of people don't know what that is, that's a godfather.
Okay.
And I just caught the bug. My family doesn't really do horses. I have a few uncles that trail ride and stuff like that, so I didn't grow up with it. My immediate family, they're not that big on it. They'll ride now, but
okay,
back then not much.
So you're the first cowgirl?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So he trimmed and shoed horses?
No, he just rode.
Okay.
He just had it as a hobby.
And he got you into horses in general?
He got me into it in general.
Okay.
Got me hooked. You know, I used to hang out with him a lot as a kid, and when he bought his first horse, I was there.
Okay.
And he liked her so much, he gave me a horse, and then he took her back.
Oh.
So after that, I told myself I was gonna get me a horse.
Okay.
So when I got into my first year of high school, my dad gave me a little car, and it was a stick shift, and I didn't want it. So I sold it, and the guy would come bring me money every month. And my mom worked at Lowe's, and there was a 1993 F100 in the parking lot.
Oh.
The guy sold it for $50 because somebody vandalized it.
Oh.
So we pulled it home. We refurbished it together, me and my dad. And then with my last full $100, I said, I want a horse.
Oh.
So
you got a car and a horse.
The car.
That's a good deal.
So we picked up this mare. The only reason I caught her is because she got stuck in the barbed wire fence. And me and my best friend went, and we rode home with her in the trailer, all the way from Rochelle. I probably shouldn't be saying that. But it was a long time ago. All the way from Rochelle back to Houston, and that's when I got my first horse. I was 14.
Okay.
And that's when I really got into it. So when I got old enough, decided to start working, I wanted to find something that I enjoyed. Nobody would teach me how to shoot. They said I was a woman, I was too small, blah, 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 you'll get hurt.
Oh, wow.
Okay. So a lot of people don't know I have seizures. And I registered with the state. A good friend of mine at the time helped me get in, and they help you find work or they send you to school.
Okay.
And this is what I chose.
And I think that would be, like, they use animals for therapy. For seizures.
Yes, they do. They do.
It's calming.
A lot of, yes, they do, a lot. So I ended up, the lady did an interview, you know, I guess they do, like, you know, to say, hey, you can do this, you got in.
Okay.
To approve you. There we go.
Okay.
And at the interview, she said, are you sure that's what you want to do? Did you get kicked in the head? Is that why you have seizures?
Oh, no.
I was like, no, ma'am. It's just, I want to work for myself.
Okay.
So I went to school. I am licensed blacksmith, dentistry, training, and starting coach.
Wow.
I just don't do dentistry. It just, to me, at the time, wasn't worth it. And I really love shoeing, so it's what I stuck with.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Like that, I've been at it 14 years strong. I wouldn't have it any other way.
That's awesome. So how was it getting in? So you got into a school?
Yes. I went to Oklahoma Horseshoeing School.
Okay. And were there other women?
There were. When I started off, there was a class of maybe 14 people.
Uh-huh.
I took a 15-week course because I did extra things. And when I graduated, we had a class of 54. And out of that, it was 6 women.
Wow.
When I started, it was just 2 of us.
Okay.
And then after that, I worked with Gary Richards
Oh, yeah.
for 2 years. I did apprentice work with him.
Okay.
And then after that, I branched off and started, building my own work and clientele.
And here you are 14 years later.
Here I am. I've taught my oldest daughter knows how to trim. My youngest, she getting it.
Okay.
She getting it.
She's young though.
Yeah. And then I have an older niece. She's about 23 now. I taught her how to shoe. She does an awesome job. She just
Really?
don't do it.
Okay.
I think I've taught maybe about a good 5 or 6 people. And right now, my boyfriend has been learning, and he's coming along great.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
So 14 years ago, being a woman in the Farrier business, was it hard to get clients being a female?
Yes.
I mean, because that's a man's world, right?
Yes and no. The thing for me, because at that time I was the only licensed female, my name just spread fast. And then I worked with Gary, and he was very well known, so
Yeah.
that helped me out.
Gary Richards, the bull rider. Yeah.
And then, but I did get a lot of arrogant people. I got a lot of that, oh man, she a woman, she can't shoe. I got guys, older people that were set in their ways that
Sure.
would call me and give me problem horses on purpose. They would sit there and they thought it was finna be funny. Grab a cooler and thought
just watch.
it was finna go bad. And it ended up working out. I have a whole lot of patience, and on top of that, I got a love for it. So I didn't mind taking my time. I didn't mind proving myself. And I would fight the unbearable just because my ego is that big.
There was a challenge.
It was always a challenge. So I made it through a lot, and because of that, I really got a reputation for, man, she could shoot anything.
Okay.
So I gained a lot.
So they were trying to hurt you, and it helped you.
They was trying to, they thought they was gonna break my pride.
Yeah.
It just didn't work.
And it actually benefit.
Yeah. I got quite cat-like reflexes from that.
So, given that sometimes people don't want to give you that kind of a break, or they want to challenge you when you're kind of coming in their place, what would you say to a woman that wants to step out into, whether it's the Western world or any kind of business, maybe start her own business and nobody in her family has? What would you tell a woman that wants to step out of her norm, her box?
You can't be dancing to your own tune. Being your own boss, makes you grow in ways, and deep down inside that you never expect to realize that you're that person when you get there. I have grown a lot from I was that shy kid that didn't have friends, that didn't talk to anybody. I talk to anybody just about now.
Okay.
So it's made me into
develop as a person.
Very much, very much. So
that's awesome.
When it comes to it, you just never give up. I've been trying new things. I've tried a little of everything, and it makes you, the tough scale, I don't know, it depends on the person. The tough scales really make you challenge yourself. But once you start in something new, there's no bigger reward. How it'll make you feel as a person, as a woman, at all, in general, just all the way around the board. You know?
It's worth all of it.
But I try to instill, I always want my girls to look at me and say, my mom would try anything. My mom, is the best. My mom don't mind going to bat. My mom, and I try to set that example for them. When you have girls, you really, you want the best for them. It scares you more when you got girls because you're worried about what they'll become, what somebody can dangle in front of them, and I don't ever want that for them. So I try to give them the fullest effect of a superhero that I
Ah, super mom.
There you go, super mom.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Corina. That was great information.
You're welcome.
And I'm sure that will motivate some women. I'm going to let you finish there with your mare and see you again soon. You're currently, what are you doing? You're team roping?
I'm breakaway right now.
Breakaway?
Yep,
Okay.
I'm working on my breakaway.
Okay. I'll see you at a rodeo somewhere.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Thanks.
Thank you.